So typically when I'm doing a fat reduction treatment, I like to start off with a laser lipo. So right at the bottom over here, we're gonna click laser lipo. I normally leave it on mode A, and I turn the energy all the way up, and I like to leave it on from anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. So as you can see, the laser beams turned on. I'm going to wrap this around my client's tummy. You want to make sure that it's not too tight so your client is still comfortable. So now I'm going to be going in with the laser beams. You want to make sure that you're targeting all areas around the waist. This should warm up a little bit, but there shouldn't be So we're gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes. So once our 15 minutes is up, we're going to take one preempt wipe. And as we remove each handle, we're going to be wiping it down in front of your client. So next up, we're going to be doing the cavitation. So we're going to be applying our multi-purpose ultrasound gel. This is going to be a little cold. And then we're going to be coating the targeted area with the gel. So once we've coated the area with the gel, I'm going to click cavitation, and I like to leave the mode on mode A. Reason being is because it's just a little bit more efficient when it comes to results, but definitely experiment with different types of modes. There's mode A, mode B, mode C, and mode D. But we're going to be using mode A for today. And because this is a first-time client, I'm going to be keeping it at a low setting, and then I'm going to work my way up depending on how comfortable she is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at setting number 6, and I'm going to start it. So I like to do the cavitation for approximately 10 to 15 minutes depending on the type of package treatment I booked for them. So you want to make sure that the whole handle is completely on the designated area. You don't want to lift it up at any point during the treatment, because we want to break up those fat cells, which is why we did the laser lipo first, then the cavitation, and then the body contouring handle to really liquefy those fat cells. It's gonna be a little cold. How does it feel? Feel vibration?
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel vibration?
Yeah. What's that noise?
That's the machine.
Oh.
So because my client is pretty comfortable with this setting, I'm gonna go up to about medium. So you wanna make sure that your clients are feeling the vibration, and this is a normal sound to hear. Going back and forth with the 40K cavitation handle is the easiest. Going circular motions is a little overwhelming, especially with the sound. So like I said, back and forth. And you want to make sure that you are doing this for at least 10 minutes. I'm going to wipe down the handle. Wipe it down again. Perfect. So that's going to dry off on its own. So when it comes to using the RF handle for the arms, you can use it for the lower chin, you can use it for in between the thighs if you want. You're going to be using it in the same motion as I'm going to be demonstrating for her tummy area. But typically for the tummy area, I like to use a 6-polar handle. So I'm going to exit off, start, so right over here. So because this is a first-time client, like I said, I'm going to be starting off at a lower setting. So I'm at about number 7 over here. It's completely normal if it starts to warm up because that's exactly what we want. But if your client starts to experience an overwhelming amount of heat, then you should definitely lower it. Someone that has a little bit more fatty tissues in these areas, you want to make sure that you're working with a higher setting just because it'll penetrate a little bit more better and they'll see the results. So my client is pretty comfortable with the temperature, so I'm going to up the setting to about a medium. You can definitely go in circular motions, up and down. And if your client starts to react on her stomach with pinkness or redness, that is completely normal as well. So I'm going to up the setting a little bit more. And you always want to double check with your client and see how they're feeling. You can definitely go in slower motions to allow the heat to actually contract with the skin. And I'm just touching the areas to see if they are warming up. Is it warm? Really warm? Mm-hmm. Just warm a little bit? Mm-hmm. So you're going to be doing this for about 30 minutes. Whether it's on the arms, whether it's on the thighs, the back area, love handles, tummy, whatever it may be, I like to do the body contouring handle for 30 minutes. But not least, when it comes to the vacuum radio frequency, this handle is pretty strong, so I like to use an alternative method, which is going back to our butt lift machine. Alternative, I like to go back and use this suction cup to encourage lymphatic drainage. So I'm going to turn this on. Sorry ladies, the machine was pretty loud, but you're going to start from the waist in and go to the lower abdomen area. And I like to really cinch in the wastes on both sides, and this really helps to encourage lymphatic drainage.